Funding for college wrestling has been provided by Paul Hufford, David Ryan, Jim Miller, Randy Majors, Tim Johnson. For a full list of funders, visit iowapbs.org/college wrestling. And by Friends, the Iowa PBS Foundation, as well as generations of families and friends who feel passionate about the programs they watch on Iowa PBS.
It's college wrestling from Sissom Arena at Grandview University in Des Moines. It's a women's and men's doubleheader as the Missouri Valley College Vikings take on the Grandview Vikings. First up, the women. Hello everyone, I'm Tim Johnson along with my partners, 10-time national champion coach Jim Miller and the world's premier authority on women's wrestling, Kyle Klingman. Jim, women's wrestling, this crowd, it's an exciting time for the sport.
Yeah, our girls and women wrestling are the fastest growing sport in America, and you're going to see some great wrestling tonight.
Kyle, let's talk about these two teams, Grandview and Missouri Valley.
Grandview is on the rise, finished second at the NAIA Championships last season, program best. Missouri Valley is the original. They won the first two women's college nationals, one in 2004, 2005. They have a lot of pride.
Grandview 4-0 against Missouri Valley. And let's take a look at the matchups tonight. We start at 103 and we go through 207. Kyle, a couple of the ones that interest you.
Love that 117-pound matchup. Kaylin Campbell against Zeo Estrada, 7 versus 10. Different styles. I think that's going to be a fun one. And closing it out, 207, Mares was the hero for Grandview's third-place finish at the national duels. If it gets tight, that's who you want for Grandview to have closing it out.
Well, let's get this party started. A doubleheader, women and men's here at Grand Valley University in Des Moines. We're going to start at 103 pounds. Izzy Apple, a freshman out of St. Charles, Missouri, for the Vikings from Grandview, going up against Janessa Avila. She's also a freshman from St. Clair, Missouri, and they will be the first off tonight. 20 matches tonight, women and men. And so here comes, there's a look at Janessa Avila from Missouri Valley. And the number 4 ranked wrestler at 103 pounds, the freshman Isabella Apple. You can see Izzy Apple's ranking number 4 there, and what's interesting there is the NAIA, Kyle. You can have a couple of wrestlers at each weight class that can also qualify for the NCAA or for the NAIA.
It's big time. You can qualify 12 for nationals, and you saw an ankle pick right there by Apple, but that's a big part of NAIA wrestling. You can qualify 12.
And the reason I bring it up, this is one of the weights that's very competitive for Grandview.
Very much so.
Yeah, Izzy Apple, nice single leg. Dump down, got a nice takedown there. Now working on working on to try to tilt her to her back. Two freshmen out here. And go ahead, Kyle. I mean, if you don't see a lot of action, the official brings you back up.
Freestyle rules, so a technical superiority win is by 10 points or more. They will stop it, and there's another 2 for Apple.
Same shot, same leg. Nice finish.
No points for an escape in freestyle. They just put it back up on their feet. A 2-point for takedowns, and when we see it, we'll talk about how you score more.
2 points for takedowns. If it's feet to back, it will be 4, or if it's grand amplitude, you can get that magical 5-point throw, which you like to see. But right now, Apple leads 4-0.
Jim, Izzy Apple is really getting past that defense of Avila pretty easily.
Yeah, she is. She's gotten to that left leg a couple times, and she's got really good motion on her feet. And there it is again. She gets in, this time with her head outside, dumps her down, cuts her arm across. She's going to get another takedown.
Things can move fast in women's freestyle. Like Kyle said, 10-0, and the match is over.
10-0, and that's important because you could get 4 team points and your opponent would get 0. And we saw this at the national duels where every point matters. We've seen that with, who's leg lace?
Leg lace, one more is gonna end the match.
And it is over just like that. 4 points for Grandview at 103 pounds.
She was ahead 6-0, had 2 leg laces, 10-0, and it's already over. 2 minutes in.
Isabel Apple first on the board for the Vikings from Grandview.
And Izzy Apple, she was smiling when she came out and smiling now.
Heart of America Conference standings, Grandview in first, William Penn, which has a loaded team as well, is in second, Baker 3, Central Methodist 4, and Missouri Valley in 5 right now.
Well, Isabel Apple from Grandview got it started fast, and now we're going to go to 110 pounds. Tristan Nita, 2-time All-American out of Mililani, Hawaii, going up against Raquel Garcia, sophomore, 1-1 out of Riverside, California.
And you remember this match from the Iowa duel? Nita came out and showed us a lot, and I think if she can go out, establish control, she's got high pace, high energy. We saw great conditioning. I really think this could get things started and continue to roll for Grandview University.
Headgear, another difference. Headgear is optional in women's freestyle.
Here we got Nita from Hawaii, Garcia from California here in Iowa wrestling each other. Oh, nice job by Nita. Got her on her back already. 4-0 already, looking for another turn. Grandview coming out real aggressive. There's an armbar to a turn. She's real close to getting a fall here.
Gonna call that out of bounds, back to their feet. So what you saw there was a takedown and then exposure, so you have a 4-0 lead. So you don't have to hold them for any amount of time, just expose their back for a split second and you will get 2 points.
2-2 and then 2 for that last turn there. And I think it's 6-0 now.
6-0, yep.
6-0.
Got it right.
Underhook by Nita, double underhook. No, she's looking for another quick score here, and she's fast on her feet. No, nice headlock. There's a 4-point headlock. The match is going to be over either with technical fall or a fall.
And there's the fall. A big start for Grandview out of the gate. 2 big wins.
Here it is, nice headlock. Oh my goodness. Got it really tight. She settled in, gets the fall.
Great crowd, excited. We've got a lot going on here. Grandview Vikings won a national title in wrestling last year, won a national title in soccer, won a national title in football this fall. Everybody's here. They're going to get recognized tonight. There's the coach from Missouri Valley. Going to have to take a breath here and get your composure because Grandview came out strong. Kevin Corbett, he's in his 4th season. He came out as a head coach at Lyon College in Arkansas. He competed at Fresno City and Doane University. Very successful everywhere he's been as a competitor and a coach. Now we're looking at 117 pound, one of Kyle's matches to watch. Kaylin Campbell from Crawfordsville, Indiana, North Montgomery High School, going up against Zeo Estrada, the sophomore out of Panama City, Florida.
Zeo was a Fargo champion in high school. We're going to have a good match here.
Zeo's been all over the map.
She has,
Kyle.
I'll tell you what.
California, Colorado, South Carolina, Florida. Her dad, Jeff, you remember.
Wow.
Woo!
Beautiful lateral drop.
Missouri Valley looking to get on the board here in the 3rd match. Zeo Estrada, a big throw early.
Oh, wow. Nice job by Campbell to come off her back. But Estrada saying she's not off her back yet.
And now she is. Good fight by Kaylin Campbell.
It's already 9-0. No, that's the score, isn't it?
6-0.
6-0. Here's another 2-point tilt.
One more tilt, and the match is over. Missouri Valley pays it back with a tech fall.
Wow, that was impressive.
And this just shows you the dynamic nature of women's freestyle wrestling. It can go that fast. We saw it in the first 3 matches here. And if you can get on a roll literally like that, it can end quick.
Here's a replay. Watch this lateral drop here. Oh, my goodness.
Really?
4-point throw. Beautiful.
Really nice job with her hips and the elevation there, Jim.
Yeah, she's done that before. That was great.
9-4 after 3 matches. Grandview leading. They had a tech fall and a pin at 103 and 110. Missouri Valley just comes back with Zeo Estrada, a transfer from William Penn, sat out the first semester, so she's just getting back to action after sitting out after her transfer. And so now we're going to look at Kaylin Campbell's twin sister, Katie Campbell, also from Crawfordsville, Indiana, a 3-time All-American, going up against Isla Baeza, a sophomore from Orem, Utah.
Tell you what, I really like the Campbell sisters. They have a great style, great energy. They are power wrestlers, and when you see her go out there right now, she has the 2-on-1. She's just going to look for those power moves. Don't be surprised if Campbell hits a double at some point in this match.
A good hand fighting going on, hard hand fighting right there. Good snap down by Baeza. Campbell snap down, looking to go behind. Got to stuff that arm. Now she's trying to get around. Grabs the ankle, doing a nice job. Baeza trying to fight her off, and she does.
Almost a minute gone. That's the longest we've gone all night without a point scored.
Yeah, they're back to their feet, and if you see the team score there, 9-4. So you got the 5 points for the fall from Tristan Nita, and then you have 2 4-point technical superiorities, hence the 9-4 score.
Yeah, because the other team didn't score a point, right?
Haven't scored a point, yeah.
If they did, it would be a 3-point win.
Got a little sneak in there a moment again of Coach Crinzy in his 7th year as the head coach at Grandview for the women's team, an alum of Grandview himself for the men's team.
Another subtle difference between folk style and freestyle. You saw a point go on the board there for Campbell with a step out. So if you step out of bounds, you give up a point.
Nice job by Baeza. Going to go behind. She got to get her knees down. Campbell comes up. Now there it is. There's the takedown.
Good fight by both wrestlers.
Another thing that's different in folk style, you cannot lock hands when you're on top. Of course, in freestyle, you see that all the time because you're going for gut wrenches or leg laces, front headlocks to try to get the turn. So another subtle difference between the two styles.
Nice shot by Campbell. She's in. Nice dump. Beautiful takedown. Campbell jumps ahead.
Back and forth. Both these women getting after it. Grandview, as a team, ranked number 2 in the latest NAIA rankings. And Missouri Valley, number 10, a top 10 matchup tonight in the women. It's a doubleheader, women and then men. Grandview and Missouri Valley. Tim Johnson, Jim Miller, and Kyle Klingman bringing you Iowa PBS Sports Special. First ever doubleheader college wrestling.
Nice snap down by Campbell, and she doesn't go behind. She gets a takedown. Only 10 seconds left in the first period. 5-2, she leads.
Boy, that was a big score at the end of the period there just to establish control. She gave up the 2 points during the match, but to get out to a 5-2 lead with this 30-second break, that's big time for Campbell going into the final 3 minutes.
This is big time because it's the first break we've had in 4 matches.
It is, yeah.
So it's 3-3 with a break in between. Missouri Valley College was one of the first in higher education to add a women's wrestling program in 1999. Helping lead the charge, there was current Iowa women's wrestling coach Clarissa Chun. Yes, she was at Missouri Valley. And Missouri Valley men's coach Bo Vest, who we'll see later, wrestled there then too. And he recalled to us that Clarissa's incorporation of judo into freestyle wrestling was big. And of course, Clarissa in the National Wrestling Hall of Fame. We had her on the last women's meet that we did, Grandview versus Iowa, and Clarissa, the head coach of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Clarissa, one of the all-time greats, world champ, Olympic bronze medal.
Nice takedown by Campbell. Again, stretch her lead to 7-2. You can see her locking her hands. They're trying to get a gut wrench, trying to get a turn here. Oh, she's nice high thigh there. Gonna get a restart.
I like the urgency in which Katie Campbell wrestles.
She really does, man. She's got a high tempo, man.
And I mean that way. I mean, you didn't last long in a 117-pound match, but both Campbell sisters, they go after it. They have a hard, punishing style. And I think you're going to see that in the final 2 minutes here from Katie Campbell.
Yeah, and that's the word I was looking for, Kyle, the punishing. It's hard, and she's a
nice single. Beza trying doing the shin whizzer. She had to prevent a takedown. Nothing yet. Oh, nice limp arm. Oh man, nice limp arm by Campbell. Now 9-2. Uh-oh, there's a leg lace. If she can, yep, there it is. She gets her turn. That's another 2 points.
one more turn, and this match will be over. The crowd getting into it.
Close,
and
there it is.
The finish right there. 13-2. Tech fall for Katie Campbell. But because of the 2 points on the board.
4 points for Grandview, and because points were scored in the match for Baeza, Missouri Valley will get 1 additional point.
So now it'll be 13-5 team score. 13-5, Grandview leads Missouri Valley as we get ready for 131 pounds. Bella De Silva, a freshman out of Flower Mountain, Texas for Grandview. We're looking at Gwen Jewell, a freshman out of Orange, California. Kind of cool. Her parents surprised her today. It's her 19th birthday. Her parents flew all the way in from LA, Joe and Lisa. Big 19 balloons up in the stands. And so happy birthday to Gwen Jewell out of Orange, California, going up against Bella De Silva from Flower Mountain, Texas.
This is one, if you're Missouri Valley, this gets you back into it. You really need to set the tone here. You really need to establish control. You have a ranked wrestler. If Missouri Valley has any shot at this meet, they need this match.
Watch those hands in the face, Blue.
Nice snap. Oh, nice job by Bella Silva from Grandview. Nice counter takedown. Now a high thigh. And if you don't get a turn soon in freestyle, they're going to start you up. Get a new start on your feet.
Really do. If they don't see anything right away, they're gonna put you right back
Oh,
out.
Gwen Jewell tries a shot, but oh my goodness, 4-point throw from Silva. She's trying, she's working hard to get some back here.
Jewell
Nothing yet.
fighting hard not to go to her back.
Oh,
but
there it
she's
is.
going to. 2 more. It makes it 9-0. Jewell trying to fight off the back. 1:50 left.
Wow,
Good
that's a bridge. Holy cow.
That is a bridge.
Getting close.
Another fall for Grandview. Bella De Silva with the fall. 4 more points for the 5 points for the fall.
Here's the takedown. Nice whizzer action right to her back. Silva puts her to her back from the shot from Jewel and ends the match with that flurry. Now 18-5 Grandview team score.
So taking the mat right now to 138 pounds. It's Serenity De La Garza for the Missouri Valley Vikings, ranked number 4 in the nation, and Madison Gray, a redshirt junior out of Lawrence, Kansas. De La Garza is out of McAllen, Texas. She's a 2-time All-American. She's a junior.
Yeah, Missouri Valley needs a big win here from De La Garza. Get back in here.
A lot of pressure early from Madison Gray moving forward.
Oh, wow, look at that. Madison Gray thought she was going to get some back points, but didn't. Look,
Get the boots in.
But throws her legs in. That's a takedown.
That's quite a flurry there. Madison Gray coming out on top. The redshirt junior getting her opportunity.
Deep half, trying to get a turn, but fought off by De La Garza. Oh, man. Maddie Gray going after it.
Boy, just great energy, and I think that...
Here's the replay here. Oh, man. Did not go to her back right there, but look at... Maddie Gray comes up on top and with the legs on and scores a takedown.
And I think Kevin Corbett has some questions on that exchange right now. That
Exposure?
Yeah, that there might have been at that point. So it's different right now because usually you have video review in a lot of these situations, or you have the side judge and side chair. You don't have that in this duel, but great head to the inside shot by Gray.
Yeah, worked right in, trying to fend it off by De La Garza.
De La Garza scooting around.
And a big exposure with a cross lift.
Yes, she does. She comes back, gets her points. Now she's looking for some back points. She's got the legs in still.
Yep, she got 2 more.
And then you get a reversal by Gray.
Nope, and it's only 2 on the exposure, and then she gets the 1. So, yep.
2 and 1 there, exchange, she'll take that. That was a nice exposure by De La Garza. Gray comes with the reversal for 1.
Here's the replay here. Still De La Garza is pretty high, but she does get the turn.
De La Garza in the Missouri Valley ahead 4-3 in this match with 1:15 left in the first period.
Underhook by De La Garza. Looking for a step in front and a hip toss, but instead she comes around, gets the takedown.
And she stuffed that head and ran around really nice. That's De La Garza for 2 more points. She's a 2-time All-American. Madison Gray having a great opportunity to go up against a very
yeah, she came out to win.
She's doing one. I think we see what's going to happen here. Just a lot of loading up, trying to get the underhook, going for throws, and telegraphing your shots a little bit, and then maybe readjusting to see what's there and using those scoring opportunities.
Nice shot. Nice shot by Gray.
Good anticipation by De La Garza.
She did. She stuffed her head. She sprawled. She's looking to try to do a go behind, or now she comes up in an underhook. Snaps her down and goes behind. Doesn't have it quite yet. There it is. There's another takedown.
2 more for Serenity De La Garza. She's up now 8-3.
You can see she's ranked 4th in the country. She's looking for a turn.
She's going to get a turn. Oh, it's close to a fall before the end of the period. That was close.
Time ran out.
At the end there, but yeah, you don't.
10-3, saved by the buzzer. Stay connected with Iowa PBS Sports no matter where you're watching from. Join the conversation. Follow us on Facebook and X and use hashtag Iowa PBS Sports to enjoy wrestling with other fans.
Interesting is you contrast freestyle to folk style. You don't need to hold them down for any amount of time. So you could have someone on her back for 30 seconds. It's still only going to be 2. Where in folk style you could get up to 4 points. So just some differences there, and it's unique because you could technically go from your knees to their back and get 2 points, hold them the entire period, and only gain 2 points from that. So it's more about execution and less about control. Folk style is more about control.
And here we go, 10-3, De La Garza. Nice snap down. Oh, man, right to her back. Looking for a fall.
And looking for a fall. Got a headlock at the edge there.
Exactly the situation we're talking about. She could hold her there.
There it is.
There's a fall for a Viking from Missouri Valley, Serenity De La Garza. Big win for Missouri Valley over Madison Gray, who came out strong in the first period, but the veteran prevailed. And now the score with 5 more points for Missouri Valley is 18-10. 18-10. Grandview leading Missouri Valley as we head into 145 pounds. For Missouri Valley, Serena Bertram. She's ranked number 5. She's from Plattsville, Missouri. She's a senior. Transfer from North Central. She's going up against Sofia Delgado from Miami, Florida, a sophomore. Coming out for the Grandview Vikings. Would you say this is another one, Kyle, that on paper Missouri Valley might be favored?
They are definitely, but Sofia Delgado is a gamer. She has some throws. She got a little bit of late start into wrestling, has a jiu-jitsu background, combat background, and being from Florida, great fit here, being at Grandview University. One of the smartest people you're ever going to meet. Sofia Delgado has a lot going
Nice
for her.
shot by Delgado. Single, has the leg up. Getting her to the edge. If she pushes her out, it's 1 point. There it is.
1 point. It's called a push out. That's another difference between college wrestling and folk style wrestling and freestyle.
Love that opportunity. Has the leg, just goes for the step out, doesn't get crazy, and gets the 1 point to get on the board right away.
Yeah, she definitely come out not taking a back seat to the number 5 ranked gal in the nation. Being Bertram. Oh, looks like a headlock try, but didn't work. Bertram stops her, brings her down. That's a 2 point takedown. Takes the lead 2-1. Bertram goes down looking for a leg lace. But if nothing happens, you get put back up, and that's exactly where we're at right now.
Let's talk about that situation, though. There are times if you go for a headlock or go for a throw that they will call that a slip throw. So if that happens in folk style, you will get the points, but they are rewarding effort in freestyle. So oftentimes, if it's legitimate, they will call it a slip throw, bring it back to the feet, no points scored.
If she'd gone down to the mat, they might have called it a slip otherwise, but because Bertram stopped it.
Yep.
If she'd have gone immediately.
Made it her move then.
Yep, made it her move and got the 2 point takedown.
Nice shot. Fought off by Delgado. Underhook. Delgado, nothing happening. 55 seconds left in the first period. Oh, and there's another attempt at a headlock.
She gets it this time. She knew what she wanted.
Went right for it, has the headlock. We knew this was in her arsenal. Gets a 4 point throw there, feet to back. Gonna come around on top, but that's a big 4 point move.
She goes out front 5-2 with that headlock to the back. Nice job by Bertram fighting out of that, because that was tight.
Well, Bertram shoots the double. She has so much momentum, and Delgado just took her right into the headlock.
Look how poised Delgado is right now, though. She doesn't look tired. She looks so poised. That's some back and forth right there where there's some big moves that could take some energy out of you, but you see the conditioning right here with Delgado.
Short time here in the first period at 145 pounds. As the time runs out here, they'll go to the 30-second break with Delgado leading Bertram 5-2.
Boy, if you are Grandview, you have to like what you saw out of there on that first period out of Delgado. Just showed you a lot of resilience, and we have the replay.
There's the shot. She uses that momentum, comes right into a headlock, gets her hips under, and man, she went for it. And it paid off.
Coach Crinzy, a little coaching up there. As I said, he was part of the first 3 national championship programs by Coach Mitchell that we'll see honored here and paid tribute to later and talk to a little later in the men's meet between Grandview. But 13 national championships for the men out of the last 14 years. Coach Crinzy, part of that men's team startup, and now has been the head coach of the women's program for the last 7 years here at Grandview.
Well, Bertram needs a score. She's behind 5-2.
There's Coach Crinzy encouraging his wrestler.
Almost pushes her out, step out, but didn't get it. Good job by Delgado.
Yeah, Delgado keeping good position, but nice persistence by Bertram.
And on a single, nothing yet. Delgado just in a whizzer situation.
What's the key here, Jim, from Bertram's standpoint?
Well, she's got to either come up with the leg or get a better angle. She doesn't have a good angle right now, and Delgado's just heavy. But there she comes around. It looks like she does get the takedown. And now it's 5-4. Exactly what she needed to have happen to get back in the match.
Like a little misdirection there. You thought she was giving up on it, and boom, she was underneath the arm and around. Good job. Finding that angle, finishing that. 5-4 now, minute 35 left in the second period. Missouri Valley, Bertram trying to come from behind and get some more points on the board. Grandview leads Missouri Valley 18-10, the team score.
Boy, this should be a fun final 80 seconds here because you know that Bertram really has to force the action right now. 1 point probably isn't going to be a big enough lead for Delgado. She's got to make something happen here.
Now, if there was to get 1 point for Bertram, Delgado still has a criteria because of the 4 points.
Correct. Yep.
Oh, there's another headlock. Whoa!
Wow. Woo! Man!
This crowd is going nuts on this one.
Wow.
Right here, Jim, this is where you got to know where you're at. Right here, this is the ride. Settle in, right?
Settle in. You got 40 seconds left in the match. You're beating the number 5 ranked wrestler in the country. But she's going for the fall. She stepped over top.
This crowd wants it. They are out of their seats. They're calling for it right now with 20 seconds to go. Can she settle in, Jim, and get this?
Oh, man, there it is.
A fall with 16 seconds left. The upset of the night so far. Delgado over Bertram. Sophia Delgado, big pin. 5 points on the board for Grandview. Makes it 23-10.
And Delgado did it with those 4-point moves.
Watch this. Here comes another headlock. Boom. Threw it. Got her hips under and planted Bertram for a big 4-point throw.
And we still haven't seen a match go all 6 minutes.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, it can go by quick.
Okay. All right, we're ready for 160 pounds. Maya Willis out of Missouri Valley, a freshman from Wildwood, Missouri, the St. Louis area, going up against Nikki Olson out of Missouri Valley, Iowa, wrestling for Grandview, sophomore Nikki Olson.
It's kind of ironic, Nikki Olson's from Missouri Valley, Iowa.
Yeah.
How about that? And she is ranked number 6 in the country. Now, obviously the favorite in this match, but the last match we thought there's an upset last match. You never know what's going to happen here.
Also want to point out Molly Keith, the first women's college national champion from the state of Iowa, went to Missouri Valley, so kind of cool.
Wow, Clarissa Chun, Molly Keith,
yeah,
that's, like you said, they were the pioneers.
They really were. And they had to go through a lot to get women's college wrestling to this point, and they deserve a lot of credit for what they had to go through to have a great meet like this and to be on Iowa PBS.
Nice throw by Nikki Olson. Nice takedown. Throws in the half Nelson. Maya Willis not going over easy.
A lot of pressure there.
Little surprised by that. I don't know why they would call that.
That's my favorite move in college. I can't believe they stopped it. You know?
She was going for something, and
oh my!
they let
I don't
that
think
go
the official understood what was going on there.
I don't know. Maybe
I think if she gets there again, I think the official let her go a little bit longer. Nice. There tries another throw by.
Grandview
knee. Oh, nice knee tap right to her back. Nikki Olson.
Yeah, nice job coming through by Maya Willis and coming through the reversal. That was a big move by Nikki Olson. I thought she had her dead to rights, and Maya Willis came out very nicely.
Yeah, gets herself on the board. And now looking for a leg lace scenario. 7-1. Nikki Olson from Grandview in the lead. Working a 2-on-1. Olson now looking for an ankle pick.
Just good pressure by Olson.
Yeah, 4-point move ends it for Olson. She can go feet to back. This match is over. She'd win by 11-1 tech. I don't know if she's thinking that right now. I think she's probably just thinking score. But we saw a big 4-point move earlier.
25 seconds left in first.
Nice
pick there.
Yeah, right to her back.
Looking for the fall. There's the fall. First period fall by Nikki Olson. The Missouri Valley, Iowa sophomore for Grandview. Pins Maya Willis from Missouri Valley College.
Here's the replay. 2-on-1. Then she drops down. Ankle pick. Right to her back and settles in, gets the fall.
We're ready for 180 pounds. Angela Prijovic from Belgrade, Serbia.
For Missouri Valley, ranked number 7, it's Autumn Perez.
So Autumn Perez, the senior from Dodge City, Kansas. She was a national junior college champion. She's a transfer from Umpqua, and going up against Prijovic.
I'm excited about this Prijovic. I think she has a big upside going against a junior college national champion. I think we're set up for a good one here.
Yeah, this is great. Number 7 and number 9.
Will we get a match that lasts all 6 minutes, Tim?
We've had one. Oh, no, we didn't even have
yet.
one.
We haven't had one
That's
yet.
right.
Oh, wow. Perez goes behind, gets a takedown, tries to, looking to pull her back to her back. Prijovic had a reversal, but the referee stopped the match.
Going blood time.
Blood time.
Yep. It's a good call.
Yeah, if you see blood, you got to stop it.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the hometown crowd's not going to like anything if it goes against their team, and that's what they're booing about. You want them to do that, but you got to clean things up a little bit.
Here's the replay. After the takedown, she tries to pull her back to her back, but Prijovic not having it. But there's some blood before the reversal. And we got a nice crowd here today, man. Loud.
I mean, there's not a FCC right now.
No, it's a packed house for the women and men doubleheader on Iowa PBS. First ever doubleheader. We'll have another doubleheader next week. First ever broadcast of community college wrestling on Iowa PBS. Two of the best. Iowa Central hosting Indian Hills.
Yeah,
man, that's going to be a good one.
That's cool. Those are two powerhouse programs. When there's NCAA and NAIA programs looking for talent, there is talent there, and we've seen that, especially with like a Eliana Bomarito.
Well, I think we'll have a big viewing audience for that, and it'll be a doubleheader, men's and women's as well. 21st of January, next Wednesday. And we're back at 180. Prijovic out of Serbia, going up against the veteran Autumn Perez from Missouri Valley. She's a senior out of Dodge City, Kansas. As we said, she was a national junior college champion.
Dude, these are scrapping. These girls are scrapping. Wow.
They're not holding back. This is one where you could see a couple more blood times, just the way they're getting after it.
Perez kind of getting toward the edge. She doesn't want to get pushed out. But nice hip toss, but didn't quite get it all. Two-on-one by Prijovic. Oh, man, there she gets a step out.
Good job by Prijovic. Just takes that two-on-one, drives her out of bounds, gets that 1 point.
Yep.
Tell me environment isn't an advantage. I mean, I'll tell you what, it's great to wrestle in front of a home crowd that gets this excited.
Especially like this when you're right on the mat. They're so close, you can see your friends, they're so supportive, and I love the support that women's college wrestling fans have. They are next level. They do things different, they're loud, they're into it. They really know how to be fans, and you're seeing it right here.
And these guys have had a hard, not even 2 minutes in yet. It's been all go. Double underhook by Prijovic.
She's looking for it. She wants something big here.
Oh, there it is.
2 more points for Grandview's Prijovic. Angela Prijovic out in front now, 3-2. It's fair to say there's a lot of energy coming from the Vikings tonight, but the reason is both teams are Vikings.
Here you can see the takedown. Just kind of hung in there, had a better position, gets the takedown. Prijovic.
A little blood time here. We're talking about Clarissa Chung. We're talking about Missouri Valley and wrestling, but I think it's Clarissa Chung being part of the National Wrestling Hall of Fame. It's America's shrine to the sport of wrestling, the National Wrestling Hall of Fame in Stillwater and Waterloo. Yep. My colleague Jim is the director of the Dan Gable Museum and National Wrestling Hall of Fame in Waterloo, and we're gearing up for its 50th anniversary in 2026. Since 1976, the hall has preserved the sport's history, honored its greatest champions, and inspired future stars. And one of Clarissa being in the National Hall of Fame. Others, Tricia Saunders, it's just continuing to get more and more women into the National Wrestling Hall of Fame, too.
And I love that. You're going to have Shannon Williams going in this year. She, 4-time world silver medalist from California. So it's special to see a lot of these pioneers and the work they've done being credited in this way.
Well, this is anybody's match. Right now, 3-2 Grandview. But she is pushing the pace here.
Yeah, she's really got a nice job of pushing the pace. Is that a step out? Yes,
Yep.
1
Step
point.
out. And you got these teammates, they understand what's at stake
Yes,
here.
they
They
do.
understand. They're pointing for the step out. They saw it. They had a clear view, so they're getting into it, and that's the best part.
Grovich also forcing the action again, gets another step out. Now 5-2.
And she's doing the right thing. She's not getting out of control. A lot of times when you go for these throws, it puts you in danger. And so she's just taking a measured approach. She has a 5-2 lead going into the break. Grandview has this lock. No reason to get out of control with this one.
And I'm looking, she's very close, and she doesn't look like she's really breathing that heavy, Prijovic. Don't miss a minute of today's action. Catch the live stream on YouTube and iowapbs.org. I sent the link out to a lot of people, and people have responded. They're watching all over the nation.
How cool is that? You get to watch throughout the world on YouTube, Iowa PBS. What a great product. What a great vision they have for this. And to have it back, you were one of the originals, man. This is cool for you.
Yeah, for me, it started 40 years ago with Doug Brown in 1986 on the Iowa Public Television, now Iowa PBS, and to have it back, college wrestling, the high school, both men and women. It's exciting, the commitment Iowa PBS has put forth for Iowa high school and college sports.
And if you don't think this elevates a program, you're wrong, because I'm convinced that Iowa State, Iowa, UNI, they benefited from Iowa PBS.
For sure. For many years.
Like I
Past,
said,
and now, again, here we go.
Even you for Wartburg, having Wartburg.
Absolutely.
Incredible.
Loved it. Oh, nice foot sweep try. Didn't get it. But still pushing the pace. Grovich now snaps her down. Running around. There's a takedown.
very, very impressive. Very impressive. Prijovic kind of knows where she's at.
More blood time. You just had to know this was coming. Right away when they come out, they're slapping heads, slapping hands, and they had a blood timeout within the first few seconds. Usually it ends up that way, where there's multiple throughout the course of a match. When it starts early, it's not like it just fixes itself, Jim.
Yep, no doubt about it.
Scan the QR code or call the number on your screen to support Friends of Iowa PBS. Congress recently cut $3.5 million in federal funding, the largest one-time cut in our 55-year history, impacting 18% of our budget. Despite this challenge, we remain committed to our mission. Thank you for supporting public media. You saw the supporters earlier on, major supporters for college wrestling. Appreciate that. Speaking of people out there listening, I just got a text from my first state champion, Randy Majors, and he won the state championship in 1978 for Mount Vernon High School here. He's out in Boise, Idaho, watching right now.
Well, I got one from Mark Sindlinger, a three-time state champion
great.
from Charles City. He's watching and commenting on it. He's excited to see it. I mean, how many people excited to see Iowa PBS back covering college wrestling?
Really are. Yeah. You know, we were raised on college wrestling, Iowa PBS.
This is really what drove the sport for years, because you would have to get tapes from throughout the country, order them, and they would show up from Iowa PBS. So if you wanted to see Oklahoma State, Iowa, you had to wait a little bit and see it.
And they were very excited to wait because there was no other way to watch.
It was
I'd go to the NCAA championships. They'd say, "Hey, thanks a lot. We're subscribers of the VHSs."
And it was commercial free. Imagine that you're watching a free pay-per-view. That's why you need to support.
Oh man, we got the crowd fired up. They think it's too many timeouts.
So she got her choice and put her down.
Nope, it was. I think it was because, if I remember right, it wasn't a choice. I think they had maybe gone out of bounds. I'm just trying to think of the scenario.
The blood time happened. Okay. Prijovic trying for a gut wrench. Now going down to try to set up a leg lace. Trying to get that exposure that Kyle's been talking about. It's not so much about control, but exposure.
Seven to 2. 1:52 left. Kriovich in the lead for Grandview. Man, she loves that 2-on-1.
She really does, going for it every time. It's what she's looking for.
She sets stuff up from there. There's trying to foot sweep. She's really good pushing you out as well. This time Perez gets out of it. Has a chance here. She's got her underhook. And these two girls, these two women are scrapping, man. And neither backing down. Oh, man.
She went for it, and she is going to pay for it. Prijovic goes for the neck wrench, and she's in trouble now. Autumn Perez looking for the big fall. She gets the fall, comes from behind.
Wow. That was amazing. What a great match.
What a great fight.
Yep. And Perez hung in there, and capitalized on a mistake and got the win. Here it is. Kriovich trying to trip her down, but gets caught on her back. And Perez does a nice job tightening it up, adjusting, and getting the fall.
You know, what I was so impressed with real fast with Prijovic was I felt she knew where she was, and right there, that was an unnecessary risk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
especially
she
with the way she was wrestling with
Yes.
the 2-on-1, the control.
Yeah.
Just work for the step outs, don't get panicked. Lesson you can learn going forward.
Great job by Autumn Perez to take advantage of the opportunity she had.
I'm so excited about this 207-pound match. Maris got 2 clutch pins at the national duels in the first round and in the quarters. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Mara is the freshman from Auburn, Washington for Granville, getting after it with Holly Hedgepath, the junior from Cameron, Missouri.
They are getting after it, man.
She was the hero in the last national duels here just days ago.
Yeah, she pulled Grandview out a couple
She
times.
pulled them out against quality opponents.
2-on-1. Mares gets a push out.
Sometimes that could be a caution on one there. They didn't call it. If they feel like you are evading the action, they will go step out and caution in one. They didn't do it there, so we'll keep an eye on that. That could happen.
The official saying, hey, man, watch the big roundabout smack upside the head here. Just trying to set things up. Good hand fighting here. There's a headlock. Whoa. Big time headlock, 4 points. Bob brought the house down over here. That's great.
Every time they stand up, they're about ready to attack you,
Yeah,
Jim.
they're not far from the mat either. And they get after it.
They want you. They want it here.
We got the women's wrestlers to your right. We've got 100 of the football players on the left.
And how about that? Wrestling, men's wrestling wins the title. Football wins the title. Soccer wins the title. Grandview got her going.
Yeah, it really does. What a asset to the metro community of Des Moines to have Grandview University with the commitment to athletic excellence that they have. Whoa!
Oh, there's a lateral jump.
Goes through, looking for the fall to put an exclamation mark, the fall. For Selena Mares, the freshman, big win, 5 more points, 34-15 is the final
drop.
score.
Wow. Here we go. Hopefully see a replay here. But man, that was a nice lateral drop, and she settled in. Here it is. She
Double
goes
over.
for it. Took her a little bit, but man, she just kept going and got right where she wanted to be and gets the fall.
She did that with her feet, too. The overhook,
she did.
and then she kept her feet going, the arch. Great matches, great matchups. That was exciting. 34-15.
That was some fun wrestling.
Really fun wrestling, and that is it for the women. And Kyle Klingman, we're always thankful for having you on our women's programs. And we're going to go away from the women's. We're going to go to intermission with some features and then come back for the men's Grandview hosting Missouri Valley.
In 1976, only 9 teams competed. Over the past 50 years, this competition has grown to become one of the nation's largest events of its kind. Be sure to watch exclusive coverage of the 2026 Iowa State Dance Championships, only on Iowa PBS.
Saturday evening at 7 on Iowa PBS.
Such a meaningful part of Iowa PBS is the coverage of unique Iowa events. And part of that is our high schools and our kids' programs, whether it's athletics or otherwise. The state fair coverage, that's such a part of the fabric of Iowa. And I think just the programming that covers things meaningful to our people in our state.
To learn more about becoming a corporate sponsor on Iowa PBS, call or visit us online.
Welcome to our coverage of the Iowa High School Athletic Association sports and activities on Iowa PBS. I'm Paul Yeager. We've all witnessed it. You think your team should have won, but blown calls allowed opponents to prevail. Ensuing scrutiny can drive referees to greener pastures, and officiating shortages ensue. But a new national program, adopted by some Iowa high schools, is training students to see games through the eyes of the officials, mitigating human error, and fostering a greater respect for competition and sportsmanship.
The reason why you are taking this class is we do have a shortage of officials in the state of Iowa and around the nation. Sports officiating is not easy. It is hard, but there's also many reasons why it is hard.
Teacher Eric Jones is leading Denison High School's blitz to train a new generation of in-demand, high-quality referees who can help ensure a bright future for level-headed sports competition.
Well, first of all, we have a lot of people that are getting older that have done it for a long time. They're getting out. We have a lot of kids that really don't seem interested in to begin with. And I would say the main reason for a lot of those kids is they see coaches, fans. Fans is the big one, and that's why we talk about sportsmanship. Sportsmanship has probably pushed a lot of officials out of trying. Is that a good whistle tone? No. A good whistle tone is...
A longtime umpire, coach, and avid outdoorsman, Jones took up the mantle of sports officiating instructor after the school was approached by RefReps, an Indiana-based education company which offers standardized online training tools and curriculum for over a dozen sports nationwide.
So go ahead and access the modules right now.
The brainchild of an entrepreneur and a retired NFL referee, RefReps has made inroads at both the collegiate and high school level.
This was something different than what we've ever offered before, so.
Counselor and volleyball coach Dana Martin watched Denison's participation move quickly from independent online study to a popular physical education elective course. Students focus on the dynamics of 2 sports of their own choice over a semester.
What I really like about the course is it helps them gain their confidence because they are learning about the sports and they do learn about the rules. They see different plays, different calls that were made, and it gets explained to them.
Watch it closely. Roethlisberger goes in for the quarterback sneak. Ooh, did he get it? Did he get it? What did the official do? He raised his hand that he was down, and then guess what he did? Indecisiveness. He changed it to a touchdown call.
Between human error, subjective decisions, and associated heat from coaches, athletes, and fans, Jones says trainees have their work cut out for them, but there is no substitute for real-world experience.
Ref reps isn't the only thing. Ref reps is a tool. So we're using classroom discussion, we're using activities. Here in our gym, we're having kids work at least 2 or 3 times a year, basketball, volleyball matches. So they're getting those first perspectives of, I got to make that call right away.
There was a ref at our football game. Saw a clear face mask, but did not call it.
You got to be quick. I guess I just haven't ever seen it through the lens of a referee until now, because it's definitely different than being a player. Mr. Jones is a great teacher. It opened my eyes up to see that everybody's human.
I have made some questionable calls, and the parents, even at the Little League age, get on you a little bit. So after you make one of those, you kind of, at halftime, you really just talk with each other to make sure you aren't going to make the same call again.
Jones admits he holds his student referees to a higher standard and praises their ability to adapt and assert themselves.
I've been with them, and there's that one parent or there's that one coach, and it's, sir, and they handle it actually pretty well.
While the referee shortage warning is out there, Denison students are taking this course repeatedly to boost their sports IQ. With Ref Rep certification in hand, the option to register and begin officiating local games is encouraged by faculty.
When I came here, I reffed basketball for a long time. I did that in college at UNI. Great job. And I told kids, I said, you make good money, you find good friends, and you're still involved in the game.
I've been wrestling since I was 7. I was a 2-time state champ in high school. My 8th grade year, they had a bunch of flyers posted out about getting more young officials, because when I started reffing, really only old white guys, bald, pretty big. That's what the average ref looks like. There was probably 5 female officials, if that I'd ever seen at the time. And even just young officials in general, referees aren't treated the best. Throughout the whole country, we have a referee shortage. So they're trying to get more people involved and get more officials out there. All the officials in my town, they know me, and they know that I have a high wrestling IQ, and so they were like, Maya, you'd be really good at this. So I started out my freshman year, 14, and then became the youngest female official in Illinois. It was really cool because I started out reffing and shadowing all these officials that reffed me growing up. Started out with little kids tournaments, worked my way up to high school and national events. I don't know if I'd say it gives me an advantage, but it definitely makes me feel more prepared. I know the rules like the back of my hand. But then in my matches, when I'm wrestling, I know what they're looking for. I know what positions lead to other positions. So if you're reffing, you can apply it to your wrestling. If you're wrestling, you can apply it to your reffing. So just putting yourself in position before their move actually happens really helps. And if you can kind of guess where they're gonna go, you look more prepared and you just look more professional. So I'm reffing and I'm watching these other kids hit these moves and I'm like, wow, that's really cool. And then I come in here and I practice those moves. Reffing opens up a whole world of possibilities. You get to travel, you get to meet all these other refs, you get to see all these cool moves, you get to be in the spotlight of the finals match. Even if you're not wrestling it, you're still in the spotlight. Reffing's a lot more than just blowing a whistle and calling a takedown. You get a whole little other family, and it's just so much fun.
Welcome back at the intermission. More wrestling to come. Stick with us.
On the next Road Trip Iowa, we're circling the Delaware Crossing Scenic Byway. We explore the history and culture in Iowa's great outdoors.
I've been fishing, but I've never been fly fishing.
From timeless treasures to modern adventures, with many stops along the way. Saturday at 9 a.m.
Ever wonder what today's workforce looks like and how to prepare the next generation? Your local public media station and American Graduate Jobs Explained are here to break it all down on the most popular social media platforms. Real people, real jobs, from trades and healthcare to hospitality, tech, and more. Explore local opportunities for a brighter and more profitable tomorrow.
I'm talking high-paying, interesting jobs just waiting for you.
American Graduate Jobs Explained. Visit jobsexplained.org to learn more.
There's a new way to stay connected and know what's happening with Market to Market. Subscribe to our Market Insider newsletter. One email and a lot of information awaits you. Each Monday, we'll ship you stories from behind the camera with a recap of what we've done and what's coming up next on the show. Go to markettomarket.org and subscribe to Market Insider.
You're watching Statewide Iowa PBS.
For college wrestling has been provided by Paul Hufford, David Ryan, Jim Miller, Randy Majors, Tim Johnson. For a full list of funders, visit iowapbs.org/college wrestling. And by Friends, the Iowa PBS Foundation, as well as generations of families and friends who feel passionate about the programs they watch on Iowa PBS.
It's college wrestling. We're back in Des Moines at Grandview University for the second of our men's and women's doubleheader. Now as the Missouri Valley College men take on the Grandview men. Hello everyone, I'm Tim Johnson along with my broadcast partner, 10-time national coach, champion at Wartburg College, Jim Miller. And Jim, when Grandview takes the match, I mean, history's always being made. Dual meet streaks, championships, and they're going up against Missouri Valley tonight.
Yeah, Missouri Valley, a good team, but you got Grandview, the perennial powerhouse, won 13 of the last 14 national championships.
They're coached by Henderson, Grant Henderson, in his first year.
First year, but he's been an assistant for a while, and longtime assistant Paul Reedy, so they're in good shape there, and you got a nice crowd here tonight to cheer them on to another duel.
Packed house to watch Grandview, who leads the series against Missouri Valley by quite a lot. They've won 10 in a row, and you can see the nice crowd. They're honoring some championship teams, which we'll talk about later. Here's tonight's matchup, started at 125 through heavyweight. Jim, do you see a couple of matches you like?
Well, I like to see some of those, the guys, some Iowa guys are in there, Dylan Witt, Tommy Even for Grandview. And I think they're going to both have competitive matches, so I think we're in for a good meet, TJ.
When you look on the Grandview side, you see all kinds of top-ranked wrestlers in the top 10. And like Jim said, they've won 13 out of the last 14 NAIA national championships. Introductions going on right now. The crowd, we said, is very enthusiastic. The women just got done winning against Missouri Valley, and we've got championship teams here. The football team won a national championship this fall. The soccer team won a national championship, and in the spring, the wrestling team won their 13th out of the last 14. I mean, that's really incredible for this Metro Des Moines area and in this university, their commitment to athletics.
Really amazing, and it just continues. So, you know, when you got a great thing going, people want to be a part of it.
Well, you know, Jim, being a college coach and with the success you had, that it starts with the commitment from the administration, so they must have it here.
Yeah. And then you have your fans, your fan base, your alumni, everybody getting behind you. It makes such a huge difference.
And with the doubleheader that we have tonight, the first one in the history of Iowa PBS, now the women's team stays around. They get excited for the men's team, and, it's contagious.
No, for sure. And so, what a great night, a double hitter, the first one.
First one.
Historic.
And we like it so much that we planned it again for next week. And next week, the 21st of January, Wednesday night, we'll be up in Fort Dodge. And when Iowa Central Community College hosts Indian Hills, two of the powerhouse programs in the community college nationwide.
There's Nick Mitchell getting honored out there, introduced.
Let's listen and watch this tribute being paid to Nick Mitchell, the recently retired head coach for Grandview.
This is for choice. Green's choice. Are you guys, you're red, you're on there. Sure. You're green, choice. Odds? All right.
Second-time Coach of the Year. Nick actually wrestled for me at Warburg, and man, he has taken this from the scratch. Started the program from scratch to the top program in America in NAI, not even close. 13 national titles.
Your coaching tree is extensive, and I'm sure you're really proud of how he has built this program, like you said, from scratch.
Pretty amazing.
All-Americans. Coach Mitchell, more importantly,
taking a look at Missouri Valley's 125-pounder, Robert Albert.
The championship lifestyle will always be the most important.
Right now, the PA announcer is paying tribute to Nick Mitchell.
Fans, how about it? One more time, a big round of applause. Head coach
And fans
Mitchell.
pay tribute to Nick Mitchell. We're going to talk to him later. We're going to bring him on, have him call a couple of the matches with us in the middle, around 157, 165. But great tribute. He calls the program, the culture is, and there's a look at Nick Mitchell, the championship style.
Yeah, he's talking about championship lifestyle. That means doing school. That means staying out of trouble. That means working your butt off for in your sport. It's just living your life right, and it's paid off.
Grant Henderson in his first year says that Nick Mitchell and longtime assistant Paul Reedy instrumental in his life in every way. Yep. So here comes Elijah Cater, the junior from Tacoma, Washington, a two-time All-American from North Idaho Community College. So the junior college All-American going up against Robert Albert from Cape Coral, Florida, a junior. He's a transfer from Graceland, Robert Albert. We took a little peek there at Grant Henderson, newly appointed head coach, taking over after being an assistant to Nick Mitchell.
Albert coming out, 2-on-1. Nice shot by Albert. Kind of post the other arm. Hit a nice shot, but Cater took his leg away, nothing going. Here we are in the
Henderson there on the right-hand side, head coach of the #1 nationally ranked Grandview University.
Oh, we got a stall call.
Move over here, move over here. Go ahead and go over here. Go over here. Right. Center.
Albert and Cater. Cater from Grandview.
Center, gentlemen.
Albert on the edge again. Nice go behind by Cater. Got to have at least 1 foot in, and just almost got it.
Center. Center.
Elijah Cater has him on the edge again. There's another. No, didn't call it that time. Could have. Get on the edge of the mat and folks out. You have to circle back in.
Both schools, the Vikings, Grandview, in the black uniforms tonight. Elijah Cater, the junior, out of Tacoma, Washington, as I said, a two-time junior college All-American. He's been putting the pressure on Albert here early on.
Kind of a misdirection shot by Albert, but didn't get to the leg. Another nice shot.
A minute.
You can see Albert's really misdirection shots. He fakes one side, wants to go to another, and has gotten close to the leg, but Cater so far is
center, gentlemen,
taking it on and not being able to score. So we're going 30 seconds left, first period, no score.
Center.
Good action on the edge. Yes, there's a stall.
Cater gets a stall call. That's the second one. So it gives him a 1-0 lead.
Your choice, Valley.
10 seconds left in the first period.
Short time, 3 seconds. 1-0 lead on that stall call. Go to the second period. 3-2-2 are the 3 periods in men's wrestling. We just got done with the women's, which is just freestyle, 2 3-minute
Second period,
periods.
everybody's stalling a point against you.
Missouri Valley men's coach Bo Vest, you're looking at him, and is in his 4th year at the helm with the Vikings, his alma mater. A standout wrestler there in the 90s and early 2000s. Coach Vest was a 4-time All-American and the NAIA 118-pound individual champion in 1996.
He's now set. Cover, please.
Albert starts on top.
Green, improve.
He's been warned and penalized for stalling, so probably a good idea just to let him go. 2-0 now, Cater from Grandview.
With a face, gentlemen.
Two really athletic 125 pounders.
Center.
Nice job of turning back in by Albert there for Missouri Valley. Went across the Missouri border, just on the north side of, on the north end of Missouri, from the south side of Iowa. He's a transfer from Graceland University.
Oh, nice go behind by Cater. Got to get him to the mat. There he does. Nice takedown. 3-point takedown. Now
So,
leads 5-0.
5-0. Cater leads over Albert. Good tight waist there by Cater. Bringing Albert flat on the mat. Albert trying to stay out of allowing Cater to get those near wrists. Does a nice job of not allowing him too easily in there for the near wrist. That's what he wants, but he's not. He's got to get up and go.
He does. He can't be on his belly. He's already been warned and penalized for stalling. And Cater also builds up 41 seconds of riding time.
Going neutral. Neutral.
Albert takes neutral.
There's Bo Vest, head coach at his alma mater in Missouri Valley. Albert chose to begin on his feet, didn't want to go back underneath, and felt that top position by Cater and said, okay, I've got to win this on my feet anyway, so why spend any time underneath? Down by 5.
I got it.
Albert ranked 16th. Elijah Cater ranked number 2, wrestling for the top-ranked Grandview Vikings in men's NAIA. We're talking about the NCAA dual meet streak that Penn State just recently set. But when you want to talk about dual meet streaks, nationwide, all colleges, not even close. You know, I mean, Penn State's, creeping up towards 80 straight. I think it was close to 180. I mean, it's way up there that it was set by Grandview.
Yeah, we'll have to ask Coach Mitchell what that number is when we get a chance to talk to him.
He'll know.
Okay. Oh yeah, he'll know. He posted it the other day on social media. So here we go, 30 seconds left. 5-0, Cater from Grandview in the lead. Another takedown would be a major decision for Cater.
Oh, nice little high crotch and coming around. Got his
that
ankle.
was a good job.
Yeah, but nice job of coming up by Cater, and now he's looking around, going to try to finish off with 3, and he does not get it.
Oh, I think he did get it.
He gets the 3. Mike Van Tiger, the official, gives the 3 points. Mike Van Tiger, a longtime official here in the state of Iowa, from a little town called Mount Union, about 7 miles from where I grew up in Morning Sun.
Here's a nice replay of the final finish right at the very end. Carter gets a cradle hooked up, and he gives him the takedown at the buzzer to get a major decision.
I like the definitive call by Van Tiger there, the official. It's close, and he decided it was there and beat the buzzer. And
now, because of major decision, that's 4-0.
The extra point. Yeah, that's why you always you go down to that last second. Every point counts. 4-0. Grandview leads Missouri Valley, and now we're ready for 133 pounds. Got Aiden Serrano versus Gabe Gonzalez. Serrano, a junior, a transfer from Harper, going up against Gonzalez. He's up from 125. Great story there. Gonzalez was second last year in the NAIA. Who'd he lose to? His teammate, now assistant coach, Aiden Reeves. Aiden Reeves, a national champion at 125 last year. Gabe Gonzalez, the runner-up. You and I were talking about the fact that they were warming up together for the championship.
The whole tournament.
The whole tournament.
Nice job by Gonzalez. Gets a go-behind takedown right off his shot of Soriano. And now building up some riding time, throws the leg in. Gets on the edge of the mat, puts him down.
Go right here. Rest for the edge, please.
Gonzalez out of Globe, Arizona, Globe High School, a sport management major. Like I said, up this year from 125, where he was a runner-up in the Nationals last year. And Coach Henderson calls him maybe the most dynamic on the team.
Rest for the edge, please. Continue to rest for the edge.
Building up some riding time, 52 seconds already.
I mean, they're calling stall in the home crowd, but, you know, he's sitting back there with the ankle hook and staying pretty parallel. So, and Serrano staying on his base. Just an awkward place to be close there, you know. Van Tiger letting the official letting him go for a while there. Get a new start.
I need to head up a little bit, okay?
Part of the crowd here, as we said, the national champion football team, soccer team, wrestling team, all being honored tonight.
Center. Thank you.
Good hand fighting going on.
Yeah, there is.
Got to watch out. Seriano's got to circle in.
He's trying, but really nice job of not letting him back in by Gonzalez.
No call.
I think that's a good no call. I think the effort was there. 3-1, Gonzalez leads Serrano.
Keep it center.
.30 seconds left in the first period.
Center, gentlemen.
Grandview out to a 4-0 start after the late score.
Stall call on Serrano
by Cater to get the major decision.
There's a stall call.
Second stall call right there. Instead of giving up the takedown, he fleed a little bit. There's a stall call, and that's 1 point. So now the score 4-1.
Oh, nice shot by Gonzalez. Comes up, picks it up.
Looking for that far ankle. Going to pull him back on.
Whoa! Right into the head table.
Keep it here. Choice. He's going to defer. Defer to you. Rally.
Gonzalez deferred, and he says, I want to go on my feet. He's going to have to do a better job of staying in the center of the mat, the Missouri Valley wrestler.
Yeah, he is. He's going to have to get on the attacks. He's going to have to get to Gonzalez's legs if he can. Underhooked by Gonzalez. They're on the edge of the mat again. Nice heel pick from an underhook.
There's 3 points. You see the foot still in. 3 more points. 7-1. The lead now by Gabe Gonzalez, controlling this match. He looks every bit of 133.
Oh, yeah,
pounds.
he was probably happy. I'm going up next year, baby.
Grant Henderson, first-year coach. Paul Reedy, long-time assistant coach. He wrestled for you at Wartburg.
Yes, he did. They're in good hands. Grandview's in good hands. Both those guys.
10-2. Escape, not quite yet. He hasn't given escape yet. He is, so it should be. There's 10-3. Looking for that ankle.
Gonzalez trying
to
turn
movement, and he gets a 3. 13-3, out in front, 10 points in college men's wrestling. It's a 15-point separation for a tech fall, so he's got a little more work to do, but he's got a major right now, looking for the tilt.
Armbar tilt.
Listen to the crowd. They count off the near fall points. That's all.
Trying to help the referee. So now it's 17-3. 1 more point will be a technical fall.
One turn, or does he let him go? Stalling, 1 point. That's the end right there.
Yeah, it should be over.
I don't think this, probably, but 4 more. He gives it to him. 22-3. Tech fall for the national runner-up last year, who moved up to 133 and dominated with a tech fall. 5 points on the board for Grandview. 9-0 after 2.
Here's a nice attack by Gonzalez. In around. Beautiful job right on the edge.
Blaine Ortiz for Missouri Valley, a junior out of Pineville, Missouri, going up against Luke Fogelman, a junior from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Durham Riverside High School. 141 pounds, Luke Fogelman. And Ortiz, 2 Vikings ready to fight.
Go, Jones.
Fogelman's been a great utility man. He has gone wherever they need him. 141, 149. This is his normal weight.
They say he scraps. Brawler. I got it written down. I think he loves to wrestle.
My time. Incidental. My time.
Little finger in the eye, incidental, no injury time necessary. If it was to be injury, he would take the injury time out, and the non-injured wrestler would get his choice on how to start.
My time. I want to hear him snap. Good. Center.
Ortiz trying to get past that head hands defense. Good movement Good position being kept. A lot of good feet work there by Fogelman. Working to find the angles. At this level, you're not going to score off and going, without staying straight on the tracks there. You got to find the angles. That's what they're always working on doing.
Fogelman having some trouble keeping the headgear on.
Or can you get snap? All right, let's keep going until we get.
Might have to round up another one.
Getting frustrating when you want to get the momentum going and get stopped there.
No score yet. Minute 45 in the first. Left to go.
My time. You can go on over. Let's try a different one. Cheap ass Grandview. I know they are. I don't hear it snap though.
But you don't really see equipment failure often.
No, not too much.
And so sometimes you just get a bad headgear or whatever, and snap wears out or whatever. But
it can be
not
frustrating,
too often.
because
very frustrating.
The
when
next
it does
one
happen.
might not fit right.
Right.
But this one seems he put it right on, so maybe he's good to go.
And you're right, Jim. I mean, it just depends on the individual on how that might bother you. Some wouldn't bother them at all, but just a little bit off, it might bother a wrestler that just wants everything perfect, kind of like wearing the same socks. And yes, I mean, the worst part of it is if you wear the same socks all year and never wash them.
Well, you can't do that if you really think those. You have to have them.
Hey,
yeah.
I mean, if that's the secret right there.
Well, this match is anybody's match. A takedown here before this period ends would be big for either guy if he could get it. But nobody's really been close yet. 40 seconds left, first period.
Neither wrestler able to get to the other's leg. Just trying to get through, get into that leg, get your hips underneath you. But both wrestlers,
they've both been pretty conservative, not taking a big risk. And they might have to score. But there we got, he's in. Ortiz is in on the leg.
Now it's a matter of finishing, and not enough time. Got in on the leg, and they go to the second period, all knotted at 0-0. Ortiz defers, and Fogelman chooses down, the junior out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. More of a local product for Missouri Valley. Ortiz out of Pineville, Missouri.
Stand up right away, Fogelman, and he's out.
1 point for Fogelman. Goes ahead 1-0 with that quick escape in the second period.
Reshot by Ortiz. He's in deep. Has his hip broke down. Fogelman locked around his waist. Ortiz trying to come back to the single. He does get it. He's in a good position right here. He's got a dump or trip. You can't stand there, and that's what's going to happen. Fogelman uses his power and just breaks his grip.
Center.
1 minute in the second period. Fogelman out in front with that quick escape to begin that second period. Again, the only one really to get in a good leg was Ortiz. Neither have been able to really execute what they want for on their feet. 9-0 after 2 matches.
Oh, wow.
Grandview wins, and
Ortiz had a shot.
And he found himself in bad position.
Yeah, he did.
Fogelman takes advantage, gets the three-point takedown, and Ortiz able to fend off an arm bar there and, limited the damage.
Your choice, guys.
All right, going down in final seconds.
Big
second
takedown.
period.
Big takedown by Ortiz in the end of the second.
It'll be Ortiz's choice. He says up.
Lines, gentlemen, third period.
Here's the replay.
Everybody's clean.
Shot by Ortiz, re-attack by Fogelman, and he scores.
Ortiz chose up. He's going to have to get some takedowns to win anyway. Why spend some time underneath? And we're in the third match of the men's meet. The Grandview women defeated the Missouri Valley women 34-15 in a meet with 10 action-packed matches.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, the doubleheader is a lot of fun. It's a lot of bang for your buck, whether you're in the gym or viewing. I'm going to do it again next week at Indian Hills, traveling to Iowa Central and Fort Dodge, both men and women. First ever community college showing on Iowa PBS. A few days later, we'll be in Humboldt, Iowa, at Coach Kevin Dresser's home gymnasium, where Iowa State will host South Dakota State University. And another takedown, kind of like sealing the deal for Fogelman.
Yes, he did, and he can ride him and get the minute riding time to get a major decision if he can hold him down for the next 30 seconds.
Good call, Jim. You got to know where you're at. He has that opportunity. If he can hold him down for 20-some more seconds, he'll get that extra point for riding time and the extra point for the team. Really important right here to fight for Ortiz, and he does. So Ortiz, if he can hold him off, that'll save it. Oh, nice job. Jumped in there with 8 seconds left. Short time, 3 points, 10-1 with riding time. No, he doesn't get riding time, but he does get the major decision. 4 more points on the board for Grandview. They go out in front 13-0 after the first 3 matches. Big win for Luke Fogelman.
Finished really hard, man. Paid off. Big win, major decision. Here's the replay. Nice shot by Fogelman. Takes him right to his hips. Gets the score with 8 seconds left and gives 4 more points to Grandview. 13-0 team score.
Chris Array for Missouri Valley, junior out of Riverside, California, going up against Reese Courtney, freshman, transfer from Campbell.
There you go.
The #1 ranked Grandview men throwing a shutout right now after the first 3 matches, 13-0. All bonus wins.
Chris Airy with a chance to get Missouri Valley on the scoreboard. Team score.
Wrestle that. Wrestle out of that, gentlemen. Stalemate. Good job wrestling out, guys.
Harry trying to work front headlock. Got to get him to the mat.
Wrestle that gentleman, wrestle there.
Halfway through the first period, Ray and Courtney all tied up.
Center, gentlemen.
Kind of like the last match, they had a hard time getting through the head-hands defense there to get to each other's leg. And then Fogelman picked up steam, a couple of takedowns, and 3 takedowns for major decision late. That's called wrestling until the buzzer sounds. 8 seconds left in the last period.
Yeah, I'm guessing Grandview coach is going to be talking to him about wrestling that way the whole match because he's capable of doing it. And, man, when he goes, it's a whole different story for him.
That's when you have to trust your shape. And, I mean, some guys worry a lot about, you know, being able to do that. A lot of times when it's not even it's not good thinking because they're probably in great shape. It's just mental sometimes.
Nice throw by Courtney, and he gets to the single. Trying to turn the corner. He's close to a takedown. Needs to get him on the mat. Aries still fighting it off. Good balance there. Nice dump and limp arm. But Aries immediately dives underneath. Good job by Aries. I think we're going to get a stalemate here. Oh, wow. Now Aries has an advantage. Almost at the end of the period. Wow.
Time runs out. No points.
No points.
Scan the QR code or call the number on your screen to support Friends of Iowa PBS. Congress recently cut $3.5 million in federal funding, the largest one-time cut in our 55-year history, impacting 18% of our budget. Despite this challenge, we remain committed to our mission. Thank you for supporting public media. Thank you for supporting college wrestling on Iowa PBS. There's a commitment that we're excited to see back.
Yes, sir.
Thank you to the leadership of Iowa PBS, commitment to the sports department, football championships, women and men's wrestling, both on Iowa PBS. We'll be back, Jim, this year with the finals of the boys high school tournament, first time in 20-some years.
How about that?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Courtney trying to lift up the leg here to put him in danger. He needs to take both arms. There he goes. He needs to take both arms to that leg and lift.
No count, Turk.
Hard to do it with one.
Yeah, because that leg is a stronger arm than his arm.
Yeah. But he's getting some riding time, 52 seconds so far. Courtney riding tough here.
A smothering ride. He's uses his length real well, hooking that ankle, keeping the head on the mat. Not the place that Ray wants to be.
Drop down 2.
He's got near wrist.
Got that near wrist, and he's cranking him, putting a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure. I mean, that's what people viewing that might not understand how much pressure on the front of Ray that Courtney is putting.
Gets a stall call.
Yeah, he's getting out there to the side, trying to turn. The whole object on being on top is trying to turn your opponent.
Not only a great ride, but man, it can take a lot out of you when you're the one underneath.
What do you want?
We'll see how Aries reacts.
Neutral.
Going to the third period, 0-0, although the riding time is going to be in favor. There's Coach Vest. Wanting to bring back the days when they were contending for national championships at Missouri Valley and NAIA, when he was a national champion himself at his alma mater. That's Coach Bo Vest we just had a peek at. And
yeah, 3-time finalist, national champ. teams were national champs.
Yep.
96, 97.
Courtney shelfing that single leg. Array having a whizzer, shin whizzer in. Oh, and Courtney's able to come around. A nice adjustment. What a night where the women came out. Exciting crowd. Crowd been packed all night.
And Courtney is riding hard.
Yeah, no hip separation there. Then he gets out to his toes, not down, sitting on his knees. That's the kind of pressure you want. There's a stall call, 1 point for Courtney. Just so much pressure.
That's a drop down, 1001, 1002.
Courtney going to have a hard-fought, dominant win. Takedown, ride outs, riding time, stalling, 5-0. That's workmanlike there for Reese Courtney, the freshman. Here's our upcoming schedule. We've been talking about a doubleheader next week. Indian Hills at Iowa Central, men and women. Then South Dakota State visits Humboldt High School to take on Iowa State. Coach Dresser's high school gymnasium does it every year, brings it to the home crowd there in Humboldt. Proud wrestling tradition. And then we'll end the college wrestling with Central College hosting Luther. And then, like we said, high school, both boys and girls on Iowa PBS. Now we're looking at 157.
We're ready for 157.
For Missouri Valley, it's Rich Hart,
It is Rich
junior
Hart.
out of Perkins, Oklahoma. Bryce Bowman, senior out of Naperville, also wrestled at Northwest Kansas Technical College. Little trivia here, his dad, Kerry Bowmans, was the Olympic trials runner-up to Terry Brandt.
Oh, he was very good. And his son Bryce ranked 6th in the country.
Play that funky music is his walkout. We'll see how funky he is out on the mat. I like those songs that I can remember. You know, a lot of them I don't understand, but I know what it means to play that funky music. Already know I like Bryce if he's listening to that kind of oldies but goodies.
Nice double.
Woo! Going right out there. There's no feeling his way out there. You and I are talking about that. That's what a coach likes to see, isn't it?
Kidding.
Improve.
Hart up.
Good lift and return.
Big mat return. Oh, you can tell. He likes that mat return, baby.
For me, please, Valley. Hey.
3-0.
He's not set. Let's cover properly.
Bryce Bowmans.
Cover, please.
Hart stands up right away, cut away, 3-1. Single attempt by Hart.
Yeah, nice job of getting on top of that shoulder and head by Bowman's there, fending off that single leg. Sometimes you got to be a little, like I call it urgent. You might want to call it a little bit of violence. You know, he wasn't just fooling around there because he knew that if he didn't put that head down and get that weight on top, that it gives Hart an opportunity to get in on that leg a little further. And then it's a fight to a stalemate. Not a lot can get done.
Nice shot, another shot.
Boom.
Double leg. Dude, he could do that all day, I think. He's really good action there.
3 more points for Bowman.
Now he's got an arm bar. Lets that go.
Rush for the edge, please.
Minute left, first period. Head lever.
Continue the rest of the edge.
I think he's looking for a tilt, but he's off the mat.
I tell you, you just love the crowd. It's so close. I mean, you know, when they were counting that near fall, in between the breaks, Mike Van Tiger, the official, congratulated. He said, "Good job, you guys, on that count." You know, a little help there, but you love the involvement of the fans.
Okay. Yep. Oh, armbar to the back, to his back.
There goes the count. I think it was 3 and 1. Yep, 3 points near fall for Bowman.
9-2. Shot by Hart. Gets too extended though. Can't pull it in. He's just too extended to be effective there. Here's a replay. We got to watch this. Watch that mat return
after the takedown.
Oh,
yeah.
Good job, guys. Good job keeping it
here's a counter double, man. He just drove through it.
Snapped that head, dropped his level, and penetrated.
Some power right there.
Green here.
Working his knee slide.
Oh, nice job there of getting a 1 point escape. The underhook to a cross ankle pick. Going to slip out and get 3 more. Or 2. Revert. Was that he giving 1?
I think he did 1
escape,
and,
yep,
and
3.
Yeah.
13-2. Minute and a half left in the second period. Bryce Bowman's out to a 13-2.
Yeah,
He's had 3 takedowns.
They got to be thinking tech fall here.
Nothing yet.
Cut him. 13-3. Need to get the 15-point spread.
You all right? My time incidental?
Little eye poke there.
You got contacts or anything? You coming? You good? How many fingers? Good.
Contacts.
I think Bowman's could just lower his level and hit that double pretty much whenever he wants here. See if he goes back to it. Yep, there it is. Boom.
There it is.
Just
His
like
textbook.
that.
Yeah, it was lowering the level, penetrating. Going to work every time. That's why, you know, a simple offense is often the best offense. I mean, you're just better than, you know, predictable. Predictable in 2 ways. What you're going to do and predictable that you're going to score.
One more takedown. It's over by Bowman's. And one more takedown by Bowman's. There it is. There's a
single. Treetop. Trip down. 3 more points. 19-4. Tech fall. Now that was some action and execution, Jim. You don't say much to a guy when he comes off. Like, you just pat him on the back.
Go back. Good job, buddy. And you want the next guy to do the same. Here's a nice, gets the single leg up, lifts it up, tree tops it up, looking for the trip. There it is. Gets his last takedown to make it a technical fall.
At intermission now, we're going to toss to the PA.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to recognize 3 national championship programs for Grandview. First, let's recognize your national champion, Grandview football team. Please stand up. Grandview football won their 3rd national championship in program history. The Vikings went 14-0 on the season and in the FCS playoffs. They took down number 16, St. Francis, in a snowstorm, 62-20. Number 7, Lindsey Wilson, 35-7. Number 5, Benedictine, 17-10. And to cap it off, they beat number 2, Kaiser, 22-16 in the national championship game. Vikings were led under first-year head coach E.J. Peterson and his tremendous staff. How about a big hand for your 2025 national champion football team? Next, we'd like to recognize your 2025 national champion Grandview men's soccer team. Please stand. The team went 18-4-3 on their way to the program's very first national title. They were unseeded, headed into the national tournament. Grandview took down number 16, Indiana Wesleyan, number 1 seeded Bethel, number 8, Georgia Gwinnett, and number 12, Cumberlands, and handed the number 11, West Virginia Tech, their only loss of the season in the national championship game. The Vikings gave up only 1 goal in the national tournament. The Vikings are led by head coach David Groves and his staff. And fans, just today, Coach Groves was named National Coach of the Year. Congratulations to the men's soccer team and their incredible 2025 national championship run. And now, please help me welcome to the arena your 2025-2016 Grandview Wrestling team as we celebrate their 10-year anniversary of one of the greatest seasons in program history. Led by head coach Nick Mitchell, this team captured the NWCA National Duels Championship, the Heart of America Conference title, and the university's 5th straight NAIA National Championship. The Vikings crowned 10 All-Americans, produced 7 national finalists, and 3 national champions, while setting a new NAIA team scoring record with 210 points, surpassing the previous mark of 193. Wrestling fans, join me in recognizing this historic wrestling team. How about it, your 2015-16 wrestling squad?
We've got Nick Mitchell here, and Nick, great to have you. 13 out of the last 14 national championships, and wow, what a tribute to you.
Appreciate it, guys. Good to be here, man. Get me geared up here. There we go.
What a thing of Grandview winning the football. soccer, wrestling. It's crazy, man.
It is crazy. It's kind of hard to believe that when I started at Grandview in 2008, they had never won a national championship, anything, individual or as a team. And you look at it now, and man, it's really impressive. It's awesome.
What I'm looking at, I'm biased. Two of the greatest college wrestling coaches in the history of college, NCAA 3. You wrestled for Jim, 10 national championships. You, 13 national championships, 25 national championships. Who'd have thunk?
Yeah.
Would your parents thought that?
I have no idea, man. I'm surprised myself.
I know mine wouldn't have. I like getting lumped in with this guy.
Yeah,
I'll take it any day.
I can see why. But it's the other way around now in so many ways. And so it's a neat to be paid tribute, and we're going to have you sit in with us, call a couple of matches with us, and enjoy this.
We're going to have some good ones coming up here. This match right now is going to be a good one.
Thank you, thank you. Let's go, guys.
Good. All right, we got Francis Morrissey from Missouri Valley going up against Dylan Witt, Cedar Falls High School.
And Morrissey's tough. He was All-American at 174 last year. He's back down to 165. These guys wrestled before, actually. He's beat Witt a couple times. This is going to be a good scrap.
Morrissey, a senior out of Warner Robins, Georgia, transfer from Ottawa. He was a world beach wrestling champion. We might see a little video later on that. That's incredible. Down at the Lake of the Ozarks, Jim.
Man.
I'm going to go next year. You know, been down there for 40-some years, and it was at Captain Ron's there, the World Beach Midwest World Beach Wrestling Championship.
Did they got the old guy division so you could jump in there?
No, I mean, I'd be entering you.
If you guys need a coach, let me know. I'll come out of retirement for that.
Well, we know we'd have a good time down at the lake anyway.
Oh, for sure. Love that place. These guys are after it, man.
Yeah. What a night, Nick. The women come out. The crowd was packed for the women's first doubleheader ever on Iowa PBS right here at Grandview. And the environment, it's something that you built. This championship lifestyle is, I don't know whether it's in there, but I know one thing. I think you've said enthusiasm in everything you do. I would say is part of that, whether you've ever said it before, you mean it.
100%, man. Yep.
Center.
Yeah, really cool to see this, like you said, this crowd, this environment. Man, just proud of watching this team continue.
Center, still center.
Good action here. Neither being able to get to the legs.
Sometimes it's like that. No score, but great action. And just got to stay with it, stay at it. Kind of impose your will when it's really tough like this.
Oh.
Here's a nice shot. Morrissey to the leg.
Neutral here.
Witt doing a good job squaring up. Nice heel pick. Attempt. Man, these back and forth, man. Oh,
there you go.
Nice job.
I like to see that.
3 points for Dylan Witt. He goes out front 3-0, 40 seconds left in the first period. Like all night long, the Vikings from Grandview putting the pressure on their opponents.
Don't take them back, don't take them back. Fingers. Thank you.
Witt typically really good on top, Coach?
He's pretty solid on top. I mean, I think he's, on his feet is probably his best position. He's a little bit dangerous. He trained in high school with Will Kelly and some of the Kelly family, so he's got some funk.
You're now established.
Morrissey's a brawler. He'll keep hand fighting. He'll stay on you.
This past summer, Francis Morrissey took first place in the open men's 185-pound category at the Midwest Beach Wrestling Nationals, held annually at the Lake of the Ozarks. Wrestling on a beach, not a bad combination.
Pretty jacked up. Kind of reminds me a little bit of myself there.
Yeah. In my dreams, I wear loose fitting clothes, and
Don't come on yet.
You get it, that secret as you get as old as Jim and I are.
Come on.
He's now set. Hold. Not cover, please.
No, I think Jim still, you know, when he's on a beach, he no way he's putting on anything above the shorts, baby.
Oh, Morrissey. Yeah. Nice
Ooh.
job. A lot of power there. Comes back, ricks him down, tries to get an arm bar. Don't look like he has any intention of letting him go.
Oh, he's using his body nice on top, stretching Witt out. A lot of pressure, looking for that far wrist tilt.
Rest for the edge, please.
Pulling the wrist in. A lot of pressure, but he does need to get out to the side. Pretty parallel right there. Not much you can do underneath when that kind of ride's going on and you stay parallel like that. And
Wrestle the edge, gentlemen. I got work there. Good action.
Good claw ride, getting some riding time for himself.
There you go.
We left
I
it.
think they're out there.
this reminds me, Nick, I heard you go, there you go. It reminds me when Dan Gable came on as my partner. And, you know, in 1998 or so. And it's the Iowa State meet. And he goes, you know, there you go. Or we. And I go, Dan, it's not we. It's Iowa.
I remember that. Yeah. Hey, I'm still biased.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's
and
no
then
question, man.
it's like you're popping up and down in your chair. Dan was standing up. My shoulder got sore because I just kept having to pull him down, you know.
That's right.
Dan Gable, one of the great, if not the greatest spokesman for us. I was with him at lunch yesterday.
Yeah.
My drive up here, and what a great, you know, spokesman for our sport and champion. And of course, Jim Miller, the director of the Dan Gable Museum and National Wrestling Hall of Fame. And there's Morrissey working hard for a takedown to tie it up 4-4.
He does.
He did a lot of work.
He wrestles hard, man. I give him credit.
I tell you about Gable, yeah, at the, you know, every place we go, he still draws a crowd.
Oh.
And why wouldn't you? You get a chance to hear or talk to Dan. And
we talked about in the last place, but the 50th anniversary of the National Wrestling Hall of Fame, both in Stillwater and Waterloo, next summer. Speaking of Witts, next year Dylan Witt's younger sister, Lauren, will join the Grandview Women's Wrestling Squad. She's currently a senior at Cedar.
Yeah, their dad, Jim, he's one of the assistant coaches at Cedar Falls with the girls team. Yep.
Oh, nice job of Witt dropping down.
Got to finish this, though.
Oh, nice heel pick by Morrissey. My goodness. Now Witt's trying to hold on.
Both guys got to wrestle through this.
Nice job of Witt getting his hips back underneath him. What's he got to do here, Coach?
He needs to shove that thing. Oh, there. Now he's got to get his head up and across. But there you go. Now you got to shelf that leg. Got to crawl up that leg now.
There it is. Yep. Right on cue. Coach says he needs to shelf it. Shelves it. Gets the 3 points. Big 3 points. Goes out front 7-5. No riding time advantage. Minute left.
Here's
big
where you
ride here.
Yeah, you got to ride hard right here. Use that high thigh.
You're going to use that. Let's improve it, gentlemen, both ways.
Don't want to let him stalemate it here as the top guy. Got to keep working. Worst thing is let him restart here.
Yeah,
got to stay busy.
He's trying to work that arm bar. Makes it look better than nothing else, but he loses that.
Yep.
Head lever maybe. There it is.
There you go.
Good job. Morrissey now trying to get back up. Trying to square up.
Russell there, both guys.
Oh my goodness, nice shot by Morrissey. Now he's tilting him to his back,
but we're
putting
still
him in danger.
He's getting back points because he's still on top.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's the fans counting for Mike Van Tiger, the official. And 4 points going to be awarded. Going to be 11-5.
Big win.
Big victory for Dylan Witt. But
great match.
The Vikings from Grandview. There's Grant Henderson, excited for his athlete. That's a gritty performance.
Wow. Give it to Dylan Witt, man. That was outstanding. Against a good opponent.
That was a great scrap.
These environments, Coach, I mean, you can't tell me that there's not an advantage when you have the home team advantage and everybody in it and as close to the mat that they are.
For sure, yeah, you got to, and that's the thing. We've got knowledgeable fans. Obviously, we've got a big team and good support here, so, yeah, you got to take every advantage you get.
All right, at 174, Chris Ketchum, the senior from Nassau Junior College. And going up against Braylon Tolles, a sophomore out of Reno, Nevada.
How did Chris Ketchum end up here, Coach?
Man, Chris Ketchum, so we recruited him when he was leaving Nassau. At the time, he was a 57-pounder. Nice shot. He had lost to Darnay Hurd in the finals, who Darnay had already committed with us. We didn't really need another 57. He went to St. Thomas down in Florida, ended up as a 174-pounder. Our guy, Alex Reynolds, beat him in the finals of the national tournament last year. And at some point in the summer, he put out on social media that he was going to look to transfer. And we reconnected, and he was one of my last recruits. So,
wow.
Yeah, great kid, man. He actually started his career at Ohio State. He's been a journeyman. He's been around, but really good kid. Very savvy, too.
In the crab ride here, 3-0 at the takedown. Adjusting.
Nice job by Tolles trying to get a reversal. He's close. Oh, nice arch over, jumped over.
Peterson.
You got a couple backs there.
You can tell he's crafty.
He is. Real flexible.
The official, I like that call. He was on top of it. He saw it. A lot of people are a little slow on that to give the back points, and they're there immediately. Good job, the 2-point backs. 5-0.
He's not set. Let's
Catch him. Going back on top. Quite the scrambler.
His best position might be if you get in on his legs. So that's that can be intimidating for a competition.
Good pressure out on his toes. Lets him go. 1 point. 5-1 now.
Oh, wow. That's a sprawl. He
Here we
doesn't
go.
even touch your legs.
We'll see right here, but it might be Ketchum saying this just where I want him.
Nothing yet.
Hook that leg, you got the 3. 3 points.
It's almost not fair.
Wrestle his head. Wrestle there, gentlemen.
Did you show him that, Coach?
I can promise you, neither I nor Coach Henderson taught him that.
Continue to wrestle here. Left it. Hudson, get set for me, please.
Ketchum, the number 2 ranked wrestler in AIA. Here's a dual recap as we continue to watch the action. Grandview.
Set. Cover, please.
Throwing a shutout right now. Cater, Gonzalez, Fogelman, all with major decisions or better. Courtney with a tough, gritty win at 149 pounds. Bowman comes out and puts on a clinic as far as lowering his level, penetrating and driving through for some big takedowns and a tech fall. And then we just saw Dylan Witt, speaking of gritty, having a big win over that always tough Francis Morrissey. 24-0. Grandview out in front. We're at 174. Jim Miller, along with our guest, Nick Mitchell, recently retired, head coach of Grandview. Is leadership? Are you enjoying your new position in private business?
Yeah, man, 100%. It's one of those things we talk about. We tell our guys a lot, like great leaders are great followers, and that's the first step. You start somewhere new, and you got to learn how to be a good follower and get on board, and that's what I've been trying to do, learn a lot. And it's been fun. It's really re-energizing, getting into something new.
Yeah, once a First of all, the DNA of a leader you just talked about, and then once a coach, always a coach.
Yeah.
You're always going to be coaching.
Here comes the cradle.
He's got him. Now he's going to adjust. Look for the fall. And there it is. A fall for Chris Ketchum.
He is dangerous.
A crowd pleaser. Hey, we want to thank you, Nick, for coming in. First of all, congratulations on an incredible career. Congratulations on the honor and paying tribute tonight. And thanks a lot for sitting in with Jim and I.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Really appreciative to IPTV for doing this again, too. And, man, really grateful for all this.
Well, we're excited to be here, and we hope this is an annual affair. As Iowa PBS, their commitment to college wrestling, and it looks like it should just be an annual stop, Grandview here.
I 100% agree, and I'll be here if you guys invite me. I'll be back. Appreciate you guys. Yeah,
Proud of you,
thanks,
man.
Coach. Proud of you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, Jim Miller, proud of his protege there, a national champion for him 2 times.
He was on multiple championship teams. He's a 3-time All-American.
Yeah, wow.
Tommy.
Whoa, nice, low, ankle, single, drives through. Tommy even for the takedown right away. Inside 10 seconds, out in front 3-0. Grandview ahead 30-0 after that fall, 6 points more on the board. Top-ranked Grandview Vikings showing why, flexing their muscles tonight. Luke Sarich, the freshman from Weiser, Idaho, wrestling for Missouri Valley. Even from Gilbertville, Don Bosco, one of the great traditional powers, high school wrestling in Iowa.
Man, they got it going. Don Bosco Dons, man, it's fun to watch. Follow them. Coach Ortner doing great, but man, I think they got 7 ranked first in 1A this year. And
one of my favorite college coaches, Doug Schwab, his 2 boys are doing well.
Yes. Hayden and Hendricks, both returning state champs.
Love the culture that Doug has built at UNI, and just one of those guys that you just want your son or your grandchildren wrestling for.
Your choice, guys. Russell Abbott.
Grandview doesn't evade competition either. I mean, going over to Kearney,
no doubt.
You know, we had the Kearney Grandview meet last year here at Grandview. Grandview winning that meet, Kearney going ahead and winning the Division II championship. Always a powerhouse there. Whoa, little neck wrench, little assassin. Yeah, right there. Gonna look.
15 seconds left.
Now, nice job of getting out. It's 4 points.
Wait.
You know he had it tight when his hand couldn't even come out of the singlet. But, man, he's dangerous.
You need to retape it?
He likes to pin people. It's fun to watch.
Did you rip it? Shit. Sorry. Buy a new one. Get set, please. Sure, why not? Set, cover, please.
Good first period for Tommy Even, the Viking. 10-1. Couple of takedowns, 4-point near fall.
Defer to you, Valley. Valley's going down.
Sarich taken down.
All right, good job, gentlemen. Keep it up. He's now set. Let's cover properly, please.
Sarich right up to his feet, 10-2.
That score right.
Tom even trying to get back into those legs. Sarich going to need to create something. He can't just dance around. He's got to be able to get through and put yourself in a wrestling position and see what happens.
Action.
There's an attempt by Sarich, good attempt. But even takes his leg away. Needs to come right back, put a couple together.
35 seconds left in the second period. Big first period for Even.
Yeah, we've slowed down quite a bit here. 20 seconds left.
You got that major, you know, you could be working on that that tech fall,
for
looking
sure,
for the ball. And the thing is, no, it's not about the team, but it's about your best effort every time. And so it's what we were talking about. Sometimes you don't trust your shape, maybe. End of the second period here, go to the third period. Strategically, I mean, wrestlers sometimes have to find where they can rest. But, you know, from a coaching standpoint, you don't like that strategy.
Yeah. Well, right here, if you're Grandview, you want Even to get going because he's good. Explosive, can get to your legs. And you might have to put 2 or 3 together. Can't just be one shot and stop. There's a shot by Sarich, just trying to pull him up. Good effort.
Yeah, good effort. Trying to get back in there. Pressure being put on by Sarich. Just a freshman out of Idaho going up against the veteran.
You know, maybe getting some confidence now, you know.
Could have ended it a lot earlier when he had the assassin put on him.
Yeah.
He fought out. Now he's, you know, if he could get in there, score. You're talking about the confidence. There, look at this. Nice job of fending off the go-around by Sarich.
Nice shot, nice high crotch by Sheriff. Goes to the double.
Oh, on the hips, good job.
Wow. I think he's getting some confidence here. You can kind of tell.
Yeah, and I think he's thinking, if this is too late, I'm not going to let that thing happen next time we meet.
Yeah.
You know.
Improve here.
He's got an arm bar, half on the other side.
Good rider on top. A lot of pressure.
Improve here, gentlemen. Improve. Wrestle the edge.
A lot to learn for both these wrestlers right here. You know, and
improve. Stay out fingers. Stay out fingers.
Good fight by Missouri Valley Sarich, the freshman.
Nothing.
And the final score, 10-5. Winner, Tommy Even. 3 more points on the board.
Good effort by Sarich. Even showed some really good stuff early.
And here's a look back. We talk about Nick Mitchell. Here's a look back at the 1998 Iowa Conference Championships at Wartburg, where Nick Mitchell wrestled.
That's some good memories right there.
You might recognize his coach, our own Jim Miller. Good news. Nick won his match at 134 pounds. How do I know? I was on the call.
Oh, wow. No, that was a long time ago, but that's fun. That's fun to look back.
Yeah, and we're having fun here tonight, Jim. It's what an environment. Grandview University, and tonight they're showing off all their athletics, women and men's wrestling, football. They won a soccer national championship. We talk about it a lot. Worthy of the discussion.
Well, we get to see one of the best, probably the best athlete in NAIA wrestling.
Well, let me give a go at this. Garavas Quakabakala. And we're just going to call him GQ. GK from now on. GK's out of San Diego. He never placed in the California high schools. COVID his senior year, but he came to Grandview pretty raw, but he's a two-time national champion.
He made a world team last year.
Waco Bacala, GK. Hardest worker in the room, according to Coach Henderson.
He didn't even visit Grandview during COVID. Didn't even visit.
Came on trust.
That's when you know you got to recruit and you're doing pretty good, when you get somebody that doesn't even visit.
Going up against Elijah Hines, the senior out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Transfer from Central Methodist into Missouri Valley.
And he's a three-time All-American.
Good matchup here. Good snap by GK.
Center.
Whoa. Good movement by both wrestlers there. Hines, a good-looking 197-pounder. He's as well.
Rush for the edge, please. Stand, make center. Center.
You got this crowd right away going stalling. He backed out. He was really wise back out on his part. Good job. Did not let GK get through his defense to the legs. Gets right back to the center, Hines does. Couple of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma preps. Former alum of Missouri Valley. There's looking for a takedown, and good job by Hines here. Looking to get out, and look at that hand control. Fights hard, gets a whizzer in. Yeah.
Great job.
Leg down, good job.
Hines came to wrestle, man. Wrestling the two-time champ, get an opportunity.
So a Missouri Valley alum, Steve Allen's in administration down in Broken Arrow, and they got a little pipeline there from Broken Arrow.
Oh, they love to wrestle down there.
Yeah.
You know that.
That whole Tulsa area.
Oh, yeah.
Center. Good job, guys. Your choice. Your choice.
Okay. Now I'm going to, one of the best ever, text me, Jason Bryant. Nobody knows more wrestling than him. Just because he spelled it out for me doesn't mean I can say it, but it's Garavu Quakabakila. There you go. Yeah.
He's the
Thanks,
best.
Jason Bryant.
Tell you what, Elijah Hayes, he represented himself very well. That's probably the first time GK has done a takedown in the first period this year, or maybe a long time.
Hines picks down, 0-0. We're in a match here. He says, that's what I came to do. I came to compete.
Good job, guys. Good action. All right, wait till I bring you on. Bottom man, you're not set. Hold. Now cover, please.
The size and the hair, George Kittle. That doesn't bother you any, get out there. A good Iowa native. The 49ers out. Tough injury as they continue on the playoffs. But Elijah Hines here has that look of a champion like George.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice go around. Cover the hips. 3 points for GK.
Hines comes out to sit out, trying to get up.
Yeah, he keeps moving.
Wrestle the edge, please. Wrestle the edge. No, not change. Hustle in, guys. Hustle in.
There's a replay. Snap down, go behind. Picture perfect.
Really quick. Nice job.
Get set. Set. Cover, please. Neutral.
Right, the escape for Hines. 3-2. A little over a minute left in the second period.
Center.
Working on pulling ahead. Nice drop in on the leg by Hines, coming out the back door, but good hip action down. Anchored those hips, GK did. A lot of pressure on the shoulders now, coming around, trying to pick that lock on the legs off.
Broke his hand grip.
Yep, and keep
now
him
going around, trying to. Wow, great job.
Good execution. Approval by Coach Grant Henderson. Short time. Always like to score it either on the edge of the mat or on the end of the period. GK, nice job. Good execution on both his takedowns.
Third period, gentlemen.
He wants neutral. Grandview wants neutral, so here we go. Last period, 6-2. GK in the lead.
No riding time for either wrestler. GK for Grandview trying to keep the Vikings and Grandview perfect. In on a low single shot there. Does a nice job. Grabs his ankle with the other hand now, but good job of really anchoring down by Hines. A lot of pressure on top of GK. Gets the stalemate. Back to the feet. Minute 20 left. 6-2 lead for GK for Grandview. Two-time national NAIA champion GK. Getting after it here, but up against a guy that is giving him a battle. Elijah Hines, senior for the Vikings from Missouri Valley. No lack of effort by Hines, but just the athleticism. It keeps his foot in, throw, stalling, they go out. No takedown, but they call stalling on Hines for fleeing.
Yeah, he'll take that.
Let's go, let's go.
Now you come back, you got 46 seconds left. And he's put it.
I like the game.
Yeah, he's a gamer.
He's a gamer.
Yeah.
Hines is. He's just wants GK to know that he's in a match, and he is. GK's had to have a couple of really nice executed takedowns to be in front, and they were. He did a nice job, the go-arounds, working on it again. 25 seconds left in the match, regulation. Man, Hines moves well, too, on his defense. That's the way it's going to end. 6-2. Grandview's GK, the two-time national champion, still undefeated, still ranked number 1. And good match.
Yeah, he got pushed right there.
Yep.
Elijah Hayes, he's for real.
Always keep us egg.
Hines is for real, man. Respect for that guy, man. One more to go.
He's not very happy with himself.
No.
That's sportsmanlike if we don't do this.
But he's still the two-time champ.
Yeah.
Looking for 3.
Hey, you know, Coach, what's that do for you when you, I mean, right there, that makes you say, I can get better.
Yeah, definitely.
I can get better.
Yes.
Upcoming high school wrestling, girls, Friday, February 6th, Extreme Arena in Coralville, Iowa PBS, and the boys, Wells Fargo Arena, Saturday, February 21st, the finals brought to you. Jim and I will be there to bring them to you on Iowa PBS. Now we're ready for the last match, 20th match of the evening, this doubleheader, historic show for Iowa PBS. For Missouri Valley, it'll be Randy Gonzalez, the senior out of Lakewood, California. He was a transfer from Fresno State. And for the Vikings of Grandview, Shane Cook, also a transfer after Cleveland State dropped their program. They love Shane Cook. He's fun, keeps it light, and he's from Whitehall, Michigan. And like A.J. Ferrari, I guess he can give him competition for the splits. He can do the splits. Maybe we'll see him tonight.
Yeah.
Let's go, Jones.
His only NAIA losses are to the number 1 and 2 ranked wrestlers. Couple of former Division I heavyweights here. A couple of programs that got dropped. They found homes.
Oh, nice snatch single.
There is a snatch single. You love that. I love that with heavyweights. Not getting underneath the weight there. Little angle, snatch, dump.
That was quick. Nice snap down by Gonzalez. Cook in the open, you could take. Nice shot by Gonzalez. He comes up with a single. Needs the finish.
Keep it legal.
He's bringing him in.
No, we left the third. Action. Put that down.
Nice snatch single to the dump. Shane Cook gets the first score. Wow. Snatch single. Cut across. That's beautiful.
He's having fun. They say he's fun all the time, but Hey, you don't have more fun than wrestling well and winning.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best way to have fun, isn't it?
I agree.
Continue to wrestle here, gentlemen.
Plus, your whole team's having fun watching you.
That work. Don't take that out. Don't take that knee out. Keep that legal. Improve here.
Cook, nice job riding him out. He's got over a minute riding time.
Second period,
Watch this snatch single. Boom. Nice finish. No hesitation.
All right.
That's when you get in trouble, when you get a single and you stop wrestling. He just kept wrestling until he had the takedown. Cook up, he's away.
Oh, man, just and that head action, he used that head to drop right, I mean, put it right in the sternum, stood him up, dropped him down.
And he doesn't stop moving when he's got your leg.
Right, those feet, it's about feet too. Really great execution, 10-1.
You got to improve. Hey, let's improve both ways. Let's go here. I got work. Green.
Stall call.
Let's go, gentlemen.
It's tough down there, but you cannot be on your belly for a long period of time. Underneath, got to work up to your base.
I mean, you know, now you're caught on the edge of the mat there, but when do you decide that the best way to build up the score is to be back on your feet? So far, you know, whatever he's wanted to do, they're quick in on that knee pull. Trip down, drive on top. Really nice job by Shane Cook, sophomore. Transfer out of Cleveland State now. The anchor at 285. The anchor of a great night of wrestling tonight here at Grandview. Grandview winning a couple of meets over Missouri Valley. 20 seconds left in the second period, 10-1. Cook out in front of Randy Gonzalez, the senior out of Lakewood, California.
Improve there both ways. Let's go, gentlemen. You each got one.
So the third period. And Gonzalez gets the choice. He's going to take top. Going to try to get something going for him. Use that weight. Get Cook broken down. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah, you've got taken down 3 times and you got rode. So why not take top, right? Try to
yeah.
See if you can get something going.
And good hand control and out by Cook.
Watch that leg snatch again. He's been good. There it is. But that's time fought it off. I think we got another one coming though.
11-1.
They got it? Okay, thanks.
Minute and a half, and you're really on the way to a whoa. Nice job. He probably should let him go. That's a.
He's gonna cut him 14-1.
You got to cut him too.
One more takedown, it's over.
You talk about that. Whoa, there's the snatch and the dump and the tech fall exclamation mark for the Vikings, for the fans, for a great night of wrestling on Iowa PBS. There's your winner, Shane Cook, a shutout for Grandview.
There's the last takedown. Man, he's good at just reaching in, lowering his level, getting the leg, and then keep moving until you hit the dump or trip.
What a great and historic night of college wrestling on Iowa PBS. A couple of big victories for Grandview, women and men. Join us next Wednesday, January 21st, for another doubleheader of wrestling from Fort Dodge. For Jim Miller, Kyle Klingman, I'm Tim Johnson. What a great time tonight. What a great crowd. Thankful for Iowa PBS's support of college wrestling. Good night, and God bless.
Funding for college wrestling has been provided by Paul Hufford, David Ryan, Jim Miller, Randy Majors, Tim Johnson. For a full list of funders, visit iowapbs.org/college wrestling. And by Friends, the Iowa PBS Foundation, as well as generations of families and friends who feel passionate about the programs they watch on Iowa PBS.